All right, we have raiders. Right, I set that up. It's been a while. So raiders will come in. That first batch of raiders is normally only 18 brigands, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, right now, if it was right now, I'd probably actually buy a 1 unit of mercenaries, but I'm not super worried about the threat that they pose. Hey everybody, Masticon here. This is episode 10 of our Shibboleth series in Manor Lords, where we're going to try to have a nice chill winter and make it through and come into our second year of play. So let's play some Manor Lords. So we have 2 territories. We've claimed 2 additional. We'll manage to fend off claims on 2 additional. We are at this point where we are low on food, but we're not particularly worried about that because we are kind of coming up on the end of time where our bread is going to be going. So we already have some of it is successfully getting milled. So we're getting some progress. It looks like our carrots are not really likely to produce this year since we're at November. So that'll have to come in next year. We do have our bakery functioning and ready to go. It just needs to start receiving things. We still have this retinue that is kind of stuck and nothing important to do with it. Maybe I'll send it off to see if it in some other territory I can have it leave, or I don't know what to do with it. I figure maybe the next time there's a fight I'll just send it off to die alone so I can, you know, rebuild things. Alright, well, we're getting the alarm we are running out of food again, but again, I'm not super worried about that because in the very near future, bread is just going to come pouring forth in reckless abandon. That second winter is just nowhere near as dangerous and close as the first. So we are getting these all planted in. It looks like we will manage to get them. Let's see. Do we have this one over here? Yeah, they're all planted in. Looks like that'll bring us about 150 wheat. So that does come out to about 400 bread by the end of the rotation there. So figure 600 bread is easily enough to do a year for a full, 50 families. We're sitting here in the mid-30s, so not a huge problem. We got our chicken plots all the way across here. Bakery making anything? Does not look like it is yet. Nothing there. Not seeing the wheat going very quick, so let's just go ahead and speed things up a bit and let it run through and see what we can see if our food problem will kind of resolve itself here. We're actually pretty close to be able to upgrade this. We need to upgrade the church. We need to get everything else going. I think time to start looking at what I'm going to build in as far as my farms here. So I want to at least start off with a barley and a 1 barley, 1 flax, but just kind of set of 3 of each. I don't know that I need to go all out yet into kind of 3 full farms, or like 2 additional full farms, because that's just way more than I'm actually going to need. Kind of set it up some extra. I don't really like where this road is. I kind of want that to go outside. I don't know that if this is big enough for a 1 Morgan in there, then that'll be nice, but yeah, that's too small. So I kind of want to make sure I have a way outside of this. I can't really, that's the King's Road, so I can't delete it, so I'm just gonna have to use everything on the right side of it. So I'm just going to kind of have to go ahead and cut this over and out. I guess I can just draw from the corner here and take it over. That'll give me another little path here that And then get rid of the road that goes along here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not great. So I lost the road through my town. And this kind of doesn't like what I'm trying to do to redraw it. So we'll just have to do this a little chunk at a time. Get it to there, and then can we get it through here? It really wants to go around. Can we draw from here down? All right, there we go. So, and that connects up on both sides and is ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of prep for these additional farms as everything else is ticking in. Oh, we do have the money now, so now's the time to kind of stock up on horses, because we're going to start making some pretty serious use of our trades here. Yep, there we go. There's the bread coming in. We have 27 bread. We got a month worth of bread. So, yeah, that really does change the process here. So we're going to lay down these fields. Down on the bottom, this is our barley area. So we just kind of want to keep it in that upper region and try to keep about a 1 Morgan plot here. And we're just going to try to make 3 1 Morgan plots. And later I'll probably look to extend these out. And I could get, maybe could get all 6 1 Morgan plots in here. And, oh, that's way too big. All right, there, that's pretty close. A little smaller. And there we go. There's 1 Morgan. And a third. The flax is mostly up there. So I'm going to try to build one in. See, I think I'll drop the house, the farmhouse kind of right across here. It'll be right in the middle of these two for now. And then I'm going to see about dropping in a flax facility. Looks like I got a lot of room for flax up there, so I'm not super worried about that. So let's see if we can get this. It's still at about 0.8. A little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. So there's 1. And we get kind of a nice square. It's a little uneven, so that's okay. Right along that pathway, and then here. Probably want to see how I can fit that in a little bit better. Our barley's going to come down here, so we probably want to make sure we're actually following that line more accurately. So there's another 1 Morgan. So we're going to do this and just kind of line it up so it's right touching the other one. Just make that a nice 1 Morgan chunk right there. So there's a Morgan. And we can fit 1 more. Make that a little smaller. And there's a 1 Morgan. And then it looks like we'd be able to fit 1 more right up there that's about a Morgan too. So, it's winter now. Again, we're not going to have anything happen over winter for this. By the way, while we were busy focusing on that, you look up at our food, and we have 114 food, because that bread is flowing in quickly. So, again, we're going to set this up with crop rotation, with each crop rotating through where we've got 1 going fallow, flax, fallow, 1 fallow, flax, flax, 1 going flax, fallow, flax, and 1 going fallow, flax, flax. And again, all this is going to take a while anyway because I still have to build the farmhouse. So it's not like it's going to be immediately all ready to go. There's some wait time on that. So it'll be after winter before we can really do anything with it. We did get all of our houses down in town. Look like those are built. All right. So this will get these set up for our crop rotation, and you look at that. Once that gets planted, you can imagine we'll get like 50 barley, and that is actually a lot of beer coming in. So if one of those produces 50, if we're getting 75 barley a year, that's 150 ale a year. That's quite a bit. All right, we're back in. It looks like there are a few places we can upgrade. And we do want to keep working through that. All right, we got this. Nope, still can't disband him there. Let's send him over there and see what happens. We are all the way up to 32 crossbowmen there, so that's a pretty good position to be in. Our numbers are off because we're still on Sawpit there rather than on Trossenbach. There we go. So we have 5 months of food and 32 months of fuel. So again, no fears there. Everything seems to be going pretty well. Our boiler shop is pumping out a whole bunch of those crossbows, and which is what we want. So fortunately, this is kind of a pretty chill situation. I'm hoping we don't get a big attack over winter, and we can kind of just prep. We do want this armorer's workshop to come in, and our saw pit is not currently happening. I'm going to upgrade this and make sure we have lots of available oxen, because we can afford that now, and just let them come in and do their thing. We're going to go ahead and claim this. So we have the influence. I don't think they're going to fight us. We're just going to go ahead and claim a region. We have money if they try to fight us to get some support in there, but I don't think we're going to have a problem. So we're just going to go ahead and take it, and that'll give us the 4 regions. It's our goal is to hold. It's not our goal to expand. It's not our goal to kick our opponent out. It is simply to hold these areas, build up defenses, because they're going to come in and keep attacking us. Look at that. We're getting 30 gold there as our in taxes, so definitely starting to pull in some real money. Probably going to need to drop in some more houses along here, and I think just this whole area along the back is going to be where we want those to go. Not sure why it's not letting us put those in. There we go. There we go. That's just 6 additional houses, which is going to be useful. That way I mean, if we can get 12 houses up, that's a whole year we don't have to worry about building houses for. So we are entirely out of planks right now. So we probably need to make sure we're doing a better job of keeping the, what do we actually have here? We have 2 horses here, 2 trade horses. In our other one, we have, let's see here, our fuel. The charcoal is down to 1, which is too bad. But remember, it does still turn 1 log into 2 charcoal, so it is still a source of money. So we do want to keep on exporting that for the time being. And we're going to go ahead and up the taxes here. Our approval is high enough. We're sitting on enough money. We've claimed our additional region. So this is the map that we are going to hold and continue to hold, hopefully forever. So as a note, I have uploaded the save file as a bug report as far as our lone lost retinue member, hoping to see some effects of that coming out where I don't know if they'll be able to fix anything or put a patch in that can fix it down the line or exactly what that is. But, you know, we've made that report. As far as this farmhouse out here, at some point we'll probably want some houses close to it that we can assign. We do need this, we need the oxen for this, so we're going to need 2 oxen out there eventually to be able to plow and handle all that. So we'll drop a stable out there and fill that up. And yeah, our foragers don't have anything to do, but we're kind of at the point where I don't need to pull them off and back on and off and back on over and over again. It's curious if there doesn't look like there's anything in their little herb garden to handle either. Okay, so no, we still don't have any planks. What's happening with our planks here? Okay, we have the minimums there set. That all seems good. What are our people doing? Waiting. What are you waiting for? It's not very productive with the amount of waiting they're doing. Probably just need to get more oxen available because they're using it for all the construction, dragging logs over for that. So they are spending a lot of time on their extensions. I don't know if having people in sawpits that are doing your farms that are doing your vegetable gardens is actually a great idea, because you just kind of need those to be functioning more often. So maybe I need to pull them off there. Finding what you want to assign your farms to is actually really tough. It'd be great if there was like a winter job like snow shoveler or something where you kept the roads clean in winter because you obviously weren't doing anything else. But there really is not a good winter job for your vegetable garden farmers. If this was, if I had a different perk, I would probably convert them to small holdings and just let them produce mass amounts of vegetables. But currently we can't do that. Again, assign them to the church. Oh, let's see how the town over here is doing. They've got a pretty nice little village coming together. They've cut down a lot of the trees over around the fishermen. They're definitely expanding out. I'm curious if they ever become aggressors or not. Yeah. Oh, wow. That was 62 gold that we got in February. So we're kind of cooking through. We definitely have a nice little bank of money should we need it, which is much better. Interestingly enough, that's actually enough we could conceivably go and settle another region, which would be an interesting choice, since this one is currently stable. Not that I don't want to continue growing it, but I don't necessarily, I don't need it to be really as focused on it, other than trying to figure out what's going on with our logging, with our sawpits. Waiting, going home, praying, none of that is what I want. None of that is cutting wood. Someone needs to be cutting some wood. I don't know if maybe I just need to assign permanent livestock to those so they have something else, or if once the construction over here finishes up, I'm assuming there'll be plenty of available oxen at that point. I do want to set the planks higher, considering where we're at. 100 is only like upgrading 10 actual buildings, so I do kind of want that to go all the way up to 300 or 400. And it is interesting, when you change one, it does change both of them. So if you're considering what you want to do there, you can it's not like you can have them set differently, where you have one that only kicks in when you get below a certain level. We don't really need all these guys over at the farmhouse, and so maybe taking them off will speed up some of the construction. Again, that farmhouse, they just don't have anything to do until summer. Well, until fall, unless there's areas they didn't get plowed and planted. We do kind of want to look at considering getting our mining pit in, but we still don't have the logs to do that. I mean, this will give us enough roof tiles that, just might as well clear that out. It's not doing anything just sitting there for you. It's like they did manage to get some amount of carrots planted. Guess, do we just assign someone here so that it actually starts functioning? And no, that looks like we're out of cows at this point. Probably just need to stock up on oxen earlier. That would be mental note. Make sure you keep up with oxen, because what do you need? You need an oxen for every saw pit. You need 2 for every farmhouse. You probably want 1 for your logging camp. So the number I have probably is not actually enough for everything that I have running right now. We are sitting on a fair amount of money, so we're in good shape there. I just want to take a look over at this. So those mushrooms aren't going yet. I don't want to send anyone out there just yet because I don't have the mushrooms. They do have... there is the camp, and then this is the big thing I want, is that stone deposit to start putting together, stone bricks. So this is kind of why that's my number 2 priority, to just put together stone, start building up parapets and walls and things like that. I suppose over here, once I kind of get my plank problem under control, I should be doing... There we go. Now we got some planks. So once I get my plank problem entirely under control, I can set up and start building some castle walls. But I think the main focus is going to be expanding out is what we really want to get done. We are going to need to get our malt house and all that. We're going to want that by November. I don't kind of like any of the places I can drop this right here. And I suppose I could kind of put it on the way. I sort of want another separate road here that comes around. That... Oh, no, looks like I made that just wrong to fit. All right, we have raiders. Right, I set that up. It's been a while. So raiders will come in. That first batch of raiders is normally only 18 brigands, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, right now, if it was right now, I'd probably actually buy a 1 unit of mercenaries, but I'm not super worried about the threat that they pose. All right, so we need the malt house and the weaver here. I think I'm just going to kind of drop it and then draw the road. So there's the malt house, and that'll be nice pulling right off. The barley's all right behind. The weaver's down the road a bit. And, yep, no free oxen. And we'll just keep buying some more oxen to fill up these stables and make sure we have enough to support all the work we're trying to do. All right, so the other thing we need is the weaver workshop, which can go right next to it, and we'll just have a little section there of little industrial section next to the farm, and we'll just come over and connect this in right there. Of course, we don't have any oxen for the building, so some of that'll may slow down a bit. Okay, now we can get another ox. So purchase that ox, and we will just make sure we're continuing. And okay, now we have them, so we can go ahead and start the Armorer's Workshop. Armorer's Workshop is really important because that's where you can get helms and mail and plate. So plate is for upgrading your for upgrading your retinue, and it's cheaper than just paying for it straight out, and the money goes from your overall cash in hand and then dumps into your town treasury. I think this whole row here is going to be my apiaries, and so I think I'm going to drop a bunch of money, because with all the growing that I'm doing, we got the farms, we got all that. I think I just want straight across 5 apiaries right there. And I want to make sure I'm set up with dropping those in. I want to make sure that I have the trade set up to move out my, where is it? My honey, because currently there's no use in game for both wax and honey. So both of these I just want to be exporting, and I want 0 in my inventory. I just sell them. That's it. I do have my wheat bread set up on export at 400, so I should be exporting wheat bread, which again bring in a lot of money really quick. There's the armor shop finished, so I'm going to start off and just go with helmets, just initially. We got a lot of people, so I think we want to... I'm not worried about the smithy, it's the bloomery. I think I want to have all of that kind of cranking along at max right now. And we're seeing that malt house construction is slow but moving along. And we are... Okay, we've ground through everything at the farmhouse. We've got a little bit of left in the granary. And so everything else is probably going to get processed through. Again, that 40 left is like 200, and they sell for 5 each. Oh, wow, look at all these things we can upgrade. This is great. So now that we actually have the wood, we've got the food, so we can just go through and make sure as many of our burgage plots are level 2 as possible. We don't have a ton of things that we need level 2 for at this point. You know, maybe at some point we'll put in a joinery just so that we can make kit out spearmen and get some spears made. That one blacksmith tends to way overproduce what you need for a region. The rest can then be, shipped out, or you can do it as tools, or sell crossbows. Crossbows are worth a ton because it uses 2 different shops. We do have 2 families in here. One is unassigned, one's a farmer. I guess that's okay for now. Alright. And we're out here, we're mowing, we're planting, we're making some progress. So that is doing everything we need it to. And we will, again, this is an early, not a big harvest year, because we're planting in spring rather than in fall, but it will give us some of the stuff that we need. So once we come up into April here, I think what we're going to be looking at in our next episode is we're going to be looking at, can we establish a new settlement and start expanding out, because we're stable enough here that we're just going to be worried about continuing to upgrade, making money and stabilizing, and eventually getting that army built and working on a wall. But that's not our immediate thing. I think our real immediate thing here is going out and starting that new settlement. So thank you for hanging out with me and playing some Manor Lords, and hope that you click a like or subscribe. We're at episode 10 here. We have been through 2 full years, so thanks for spending some time with me.